From the first frame to the last, this teaser is packed with mystery, intrigue and action. Whether you're a fan of edge-of-your-seat thrillers or just love a good suspense story, The Killer promises to deliver it all. In today's video, we'll break down every hidden clue, analyze the characters and discuss what this teaser might be telling us about the full movie. The movie is like a dark dance with 6 parts. Each part shows a gruesome picture of someone who was killed by a mysterious murderer who plans everything out. The victims are all over the world and die in different violent ways. The story starts in Paris, the City of Lights. The killer wants to kill a beautiful woman he loves, but she's hard to find. By accident, or maybe because he wasn't careful, he ended up killing 2 other people he didn't mean to. A taxi driver and a woman from the Dominican Republic. These unexpected deaths make us wonder if the killer himself is starting to have doubts. The next story moves to New Orleans, a city full of secrets. Here, the killer finds his target, a lawyer named Hodges, but things don't go as planned. Hodges is a tough guy with a bad past, and he admits to helping a very rich person called the Client hire killers. Hodges makes a surprising offer. He wants to get rid of the evidence that leads back to the client. We don't know why he wants to do this, but it makes the killer question everything. The story takes a big turn. The killer, who has always planned his murders carefully, stops and thinks. He looks at Hodges, a man who orders killings without even caring, but then the killer lowers his gun and lets Hodges live. This act of defiance makes us look deeper into who the killer really is. The movie starts by showing us what's going on inside the killer's head for the first 20 minutes. We hear his thoughts, which make him seem cool and emotionless. He lives in a world without warmth, like his broken heater. He also kills people in a cold, planned way. He does yoga and carefully prepares his weapons, showing he's very organized. But even though he seems tough on the outside, he might be scared deep down, he tells himself. One is born, lives, and their life ends, which sounds like a way to convince himself killing is okay. It's ironic that he works in a sad corner of a failed office space because he wants to seem so efficient. The movie then jumps back to the present story. The killer goes after another target, played by Tilda Swinton. Things get surprising when the target becomes the hunter. This fight seems to make the killer realize his old life as a hitman is kind of dead. We don't know all the details of this fight, so we have to figure it out and what it means ourselves. The movie ends with a mystery. Will the killer find a way to be good, or will his past pull him back to violence? We don't get a clear answer, and the movie makes us think about the killer's choices and how right or wrong they were. So his meticulous approach is chilling. We see him tracking his heart rate, preparing for his jobs with a cold efficiency. His internal monologue acts as a twisted manual, devoid of emotion. No god or country I serve, no one, he declares, emphasizing his detached mercenary nature. Music becomes a form of escapism. His playlist filled with the Smiths, another entity known for cynicism. Yet beneath his carefully constructed facade, a flicker of humanity remains. The song lyrics speak of vulnerability. I am human and need to be loved, foreshadowing the cracks that will begin to appear in his worldview. The first major blow comes with a visit to the Dominican Republic home. He discovers his girlfriend Magdala brutally beaten by hitmen, a consequence of his Parisian failure. The violent act shatters the cold logic of his world where no emotions are allowed. It confronts him with the very real human cost of his actions and forces him to question the path he's chosen. The brutal attack on Magdala exposes a truth the killer desperately tried to suppress. This trait, once viewed as a weakness, reveals itself to be a powerful force fueled by his love for her. His meticulously constructed code, proudly declared in the film's opening moment, started to crumble. Rules like fight only the battle you're paid to fight lose meaning in the face of his fierce need to protect loved ones. Dolores' plea, promise me you won't leave things looking the wrong way, become a turning point. Stepping out of his hitman persona, stages her death as an accident, a tragic fall. This act of mercy shows a flicker of humanity beneath his hardened existence. But the most significant deviation from his code comes when he spares the client. Despite enduring a perilous journey fueled by vengeance, he chooses to walk away. This decision remains shrouded in ambiguity. Perhaps it stems from the revelation that this client was unaware of Magdala's fate. After all, the entire mission began as a response to her suffering. The killer's own words, "and you have no idea why I might be here," hint at the client's innocence. A mere pawn in a larger game, the client simply paid $150,000 to fix a mess he didn't create. However, if the client had become complicit in Magdala's suffering, the story might have unfolded differently. The promise to return and deliver an excruciating death suggests that lines were drawn. Another potential influence on the killer's choice might be the expert's twisted story, a tale of a hunter and a bear. The hunter's failure to kill the bears result in a humiliating consequence: sodomy. This disturbing analogy might serve as a chilling reminder of the consequences of vengeance. Ultimately, the film leaves the answer open to interpretation. Did the client's ignorance earn him a reprieve, or did the killer, haunted by a potential mirroring of fate, choose a different path? The ambiguity allows viewers to grapple with the complexities of the killer's motivations and the power of love to disrupt even the most rigid moral codes. The expert story becomes a crucial turning point for the killer. In it, the hunter's repeated failures lead to a cycle of humiliation. This serves as a stark warning: is vengeance the true driving force, or something deeper? The killer, by sparing the client, chooses not to participate in this endless hunt. He never fires the metaphorical shot, rejecting a cycle of violence. The decision also raises questions about the film's commentary. Ultimately, both the killer and the client, two multimillionaires who committed heinous acts, walk away unscathed. We see the killer depositing a hefty sum into an offshore account under one of his many sitcom-inspired aliases, George Jefferson. Archie Bunker Sam Malone, a reminder of the assumed identities he used to compartmentalize his violent life. Earlier, the killer declares himself as one of the few who exploit the many. By the end, he seemed to be transitioning into one of the many. Perhaps he chooses to dismantle the illusion of being above it all and find a peaceful life with his girlfriend by his side. Quitting the hitman business seems a necessary step towards fulfilling that promise of protection. The film concludes with a lingering question mark. The killer's vow to his girlfriend, "I swear nothing like this will happen again," speaks of a sincere desire for change. However, Fincher inserts a subtle clue, a twitch in the killer's eye. This deliberate choice hints at unease, a lingering temptation to return to the hunt. Perhaps violence is truly ingrained in him. This ending presents a man transformed. Initially, he boasted of belonging to the privileged few who exploit the many, but by the film's climax, he appears to be transitioning into one of the many, seeking a life free of bloodshed. His transformation is further evidenced by the shift from shunning empathy to be guided by it. But does this absolve him of his past? Certainly not. The film acknowledges the sheer magnitude of his crimes. However, it offers a glimmer of hope to the potential for human beings to change. Perhaps, as Fincher suggests, the film serves as a cautionary tale, prompting viewers to question the autonomy of those around them. So we hope you like the movie trailer. Then do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more such updates, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.